So last night I published a video about laptops and I spoke about 4 new laptops that have either just came out or they're just coming out. I spoke about the successor to this one, the new XPS 13 called the XPS 13 2020. I spoke about the Apple MacBook Pro 13 and I spoke about 2 new Microsoft Surface devices, the Surface Go 2 and the Surface Book 3. Now the Surface range, I think we're all aware that it is expensive. It's getting a little bit confusing now as far as the tablet laptop hybrids because you've got 4 variations of the kind of similar concept. They're covering all bases from the cheap end right up to the higher end with the book range. I want to go back and talk about the Surface Go 2 again. Now I'll refer you back to my old video if you want to know about both of those new devices, but I want to quickly go back and talk about the new Surface Go 2. This is the smallest laptop in the Microsoft Surface range. It's got a 10.5-inch screen and effectively it is a small Microsoft Surface Pro. The Microsoft Surface Pro range tends to have a 12.9-inch screen. This has got a 10.5-inch screen. It's a little bit lighter, it's a few hundred grams lighter, and yeah, it's just a smaller, more portable device. Now, when I spoke about this in the video yesterday, I spoke about it quite fondly because I was thinking, you know what? I might buy this. This could be a nice little device to have, and this is something that I could use. And, you know, having used the Microsoft Surface Pro, I know what it's all about. I'm not going to say gave it away, but my girlfriend's kind of adopted the Microsoft Surface Pro, which is fine because this is basically the same size and weight as the Microsoft Surface Pro. So it'd be good to get a smaller device, something that I can use for emails and different things. You can see here that in the UK, this starts from £399. It's going to be released in 3 days' time from this video. But when you configure it, this is where you start to realise that this isn't that cheap. Now, the base model is £400. The mistake I made is that I forgot, I don't know why I forgot because I've bought a few Surface Pros in the past, but I forgot that this only includes the laptop. If you see it here, the Intel Pentium 4425Y, this isn't a great CPU in my opinion, and I don't think 4GB of RAM is really what you want, unless you're only opening a few tabs in your browser. They've got an 8GB version there, but I would say that most people should really try and gravitate towards the M3 version. This is the faster, more efficient CPU, and it's the one that you're going to get the best performance with 8GB of RAM, and this one has 128GB of SSD storage, not just the eMMC. Now, £619, I was thinking about that and I thought, you know what? I'm happy with that. I think that's it's a fair price. It's a price I'm happy to pay for having that kind of laptop and in such a portable size. And I know there's alternatives in the market, but I thought, you know what? I'll go official. I'll go with the Surface Go 2. I forgot about the keyboard and I forgot about the pen. Now, I'm not saying the pen is essential. I'm not saying it is. You can see you get a free mouse as well. But when you add all of this up, it does become a little bit expensive. Now, they've got a cheaper one here. For some reason, the black one's a little bit cheaper. But say you want this grey one, looks nice and grey. That's you up to £743.99. And if you want the pen, you're up to £843.98. Now, this is, to me, this really does change the way that I look at this now, because previously I thought £620, okay, I can maybe find a bargain somewhere and get it for £600. I think that's a good deal, but I paid £850, I think, for the Surface Pro 6, the larger laptop, and it came with the case as well. Now, maybe you could say that the pen isn't essential, and I would agree with that. You know, it's not essential. It's a nice little bonus, but I don't think it's essential for a device like this. It's good for notes and stuff, but if you don't pick the pen up, you're still going to be the best part of £750 or £700 to £750 to get the laptop and the case. And it really does put it into a kind of higher banner, a higher group of tablets. You know, at that price point, maybe you should get the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. Maybe you should get an Apple iPad Pro. I mean, this no longer is a cheap device. And to me, the Surface Go 2 and the Surface Go was attractive because it was a smaller device, but it was also a cheaper device. But as you can see, when you add that case, and if you add the pen as well, this is no longer cheap. And it just makes it harder to justify buying it. I would probably gravitate to one of these kind of Chinese alternatives from, like, was it Chewy and all these different ones you see on Amazon. So yeah, I do think that the Surface Go 2 is an interesting device. I do think I've not tried it yet, but I do think it probably is a good device as well. I'm sure I'd like it if I bought it, but when you start pushing the price up and you're talking not £600, but you're talking £750, and then you're talking 800 or so, 850 almost if you want the pen as well, I can't see myself buying this. I can't see myself buying this. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Surface Go 2. And give me your thoughts on how you think this really stands against other tablets in the market. It's kind of in a group of its own. You know, it's not really going against Android tablets. It's not really going against iPads either, because it's a Windows tablet, and Windows isn't really great for tablets really. But as a portable Windows device, it kind of stands on its own. Certainly in the premium market, if you're not talking about cheap Chinese alternatives. But let me know your thoughts on this anyway, guys, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.